Meghan Markle is in hot water again. First, it was Sarah Rafferty, and now Aaron Korsh has spoken out against her. They say she begged to be on the Suits Rewatch podcast. Introduction. Meghan Markle is at the center of a new controversy. It's not about her royal duties or her life with Prince Harry. This time, it's about her past on Suits. Insiders, including Sarah Rafferty and Suits creator Aaron Korsh, have made shocking claims. They say Meghan tried to get back into the spotlight through the podcast. This has sparked a lot of debate online. Meghan's meteoric rise in Suits. Before the controversy, let's look at Meghan's rise on Suits. The show started in 2011 and became a hit. Meghan's character, Rachel Zane, was a key part of its success. Her role on the show and her relationship with Prince Harry in 2016 made her famous worldwide. She left Suits in 2017 to join the royal family. Fans were supportive, but was everything okay behind the scenes? The Suits Rewatch podcast, a chance for nostalgia or an opportunistic move? Recently, Rewatch podcasts have become popular. They let fans relive their favorite shows and get behind-the-scenes insights. Fans were excited about a Suits Rewatch podcast. Meghan Markle wanted to be on the podcast. At first, it seemed like a nice gesture. Rachel Zane was a big part of the show, and fans would love to hear from Meghan. But Meghan's request was not welcomed. People close to the situation say it was seen as opportunistic. This was because of Meghan and Prince Harry's current public image. Sarah Rafferty's response: a friend turned foe? Sarah Rafferty, who played Donna Paulson on Suits, spoke out against Meghan. Rafferty and Meghan were close during the show, but their relationship has changed over the years. Rafferty is said to have opposed Meghan's podcast involvement. She thought Meghan's motives were not pure. It was about fixing her public image, not celebrating Suits. Sarah feels like Meghan has distanced herself from the Suits family and only reaches out when it benefits her, an insider revealed. There's a sense of betrayal among the cast, including Sarah, who was once Meghan's closest friend on set. Aaron Korsh speaks out. A blunt rejection. Rafferty's response was a shock to many. But then, a bombshell hit the Suits fandom and the media. Suits creator Aaron Korsh was blunt in his response to Meghan's request. He reportedly expressed frustration with her attempt to rejoin the show after years away. Korsh's blunt remarks have been leaked to several outlets. Aaron feels Meghan's time on the show is in the past, a source said. She has no place in the Rewatch podcast. The show's success wasn't just because of one character or actor, and Meghan seems to forget that, the source added. The source also mentioned, there's a feeling that Meghan wants to capitalize on the resurgence of Suits' popularity to boost her own brand, but Aaron isn't interested in allowing that to happen. Korsh's rejection of Meghan's request was swift and decisive. This bold move has made headlines, given Meghan's international status. Why the Suits cast isn't eager to welcome Meghan back. The tension between Meghan and her former Suits colleagues is real. Cast members have expressed hesitation about her involvement in the Rewatch podcast. What's driving this divide? One reason is Meghan's transition into royal life. She stepped away from her acting career and her industry relationships. This move was understandable but left her former colleagues feeling abandoned. There's a sense among the cast that Meghan has distanced herself too much from her time on Suits, an insider said. She didn't maintain relationships with the people who helped her get to where she is. Now, it seems like she wants to come back because it's convenient for her, not because she genuinely wants to reconnect. Some cast members also feel Meghan's royal status is a problem. Her involvement could overshadow the podcast, turning it into a media spectacle. The timing of Meghan's request, a desperate attempt for relevance? Meghan's request to join the Suits podcast has raised eyebrows. Prince Harry and Meghan are facing challenges in their post-royal life. Their media projects have hit hurdles, including strained relationships and unfulfilled promises. Some insiders believe Meghan wants to join the podcast to stay relevant. It could boost her brand and media presence. Meghan knows that the Suits fandom is still strong, and by associating herself with that success, she could potentially reclaim some of the goodwill she's lost in recent years, a media analyst said. Public reaction. A divided audience. The news of Meghan's podcast plea has sparked mixed reactions. Some fans want to hear from Meghan about her time on the show. Rachel Zane was a beloved character, and Meghan's insights could be fascinating. I would love to hear Meghan talk about her time on Suits, a fan wrote on social media. She was a huge part of the show, and it wouldn't feel right to have a Rewatch podcast without her. Some people think Meghan Markle might make the Suits podcast less interesting. They say her personal life and media issues might take over the show. This could turn the podcast into just another chance for Meghan to promote herself. Meghan is using Suits to boost her own profile, a critic tweeted. The The show isn't about her anymore. The other cast members deserve to have their stories told without it becoming all about Meghan. What's next for Meghan and the Suits team? The future of the Suits Rewatch podcast is uncertain because of Meghan Markle. It seems unlikely she'll be involved now. But the controversy has brought attention to the Suits cast and their complicated relationships. For Meghan, this controversy shows her past still affects her today. Whether she can fix these broken relationships is unclear. But it won't be easy. The Suits team might still do the Rewatch podcast without Meghan. They want to celebrate the show's legacy without drama. Fans think focusing on the whole cast is fair and does justice to the show. Meghan struggles post-Suits, a pattern of controversy. Meghan Markle has faced controversy since leaving Suits. She became a royal and then stepped back. Since then, she's been in many high-profile controversies, dividing public opinion. Her detractors say she can't help but stir up trouble. They accuse her of burning bridges, first with the royal family and now with her Suits co-stars. Every story of a rift with her former friends adds to the controversy. Even her former co-stars seem hesitant to support her now. Meghan once had close ties with them but is now seen as opportunistic. She and Prince Harry are struggling to stay relevant in the media. Meghan's media strategy. Can it be saved? Meghan and Prince Harry need to rethink their media strategy. Their deals with Netflix and Spotify were meant to change their game. But these deals haven't been as successful as hoped. Meghan's podcast, Archetypes, got mixed reviews. Spotify ended their contract with her. Netflix is still working with them, but they are struggling to create content that resonates. With their media ventures failing, Meghan saw the Suits podcast as a chance. But her approach has strained her relationships and lost her allies in the entertainment world. To save her media career, Meghan needs a new approach. She should focus on fresh projects that showcase her strengths and values. She could act, produce, or write, but must avoid controversy and old alliances. The cast of Suits, moving on without Meghan. After Meghan Markle left Suits, the cast moved on. Sarah Rafferty and Gabriel Marked, among others, have stayed quiet. They've focused on their careers instead. They've worked in TV and film, or explored new creative fields. The upcoming Suits Rewatch podcast will celebrate the show's success and the bonds formed on set. It will highlight the show's ensemble cast, not just Meghan. Fans are excited to hear from the actors and learn about the show's history. Aaron Korsh, the show's creator, sees this as a chance to reflect on Suits' impact. Despite the drama, Korsh and his team aim to honor the show's legacy. Meghan Markle's legacy. What will be remembered? Meghan Markle's legacy is still evolving. Her time on Suits is cherished by fans, but her post-Suits career has seen ups and downs. The media and public have mixed opinions on her. Her time in the royal family has also been controversial. Her and Prince Harry's decision to step back has raised questions. They are trying to balance privacy with public life, but skepticism remains. The next few years will be crucial for Meghan's legacy. Will she be remembered as a trailblazer or defined by controversies? The drama over Meghan's attempt to join the Suits Rewatch podcast has put her in the spotlight again. Aaron Korsh and key cast members are reportedly against her involvement. It seems Meghan's comeback won't be through Suits. Meghan and Prince Harry are navigating the media and public relations landscape. Their next steps will be watched closely. Whether Meghan can regain support remains to be seen, but her journey is far from over. Suits fans can look forward to revisiting the show without Meghan's return. The Rewatch podcast will likely reveal more behind-the-scenes stories. These stories will shape the legacy of Suits and its cast. What does this mean for Meghan's public image? The latest chapter in Meghan Markle's saga raises questions about her strategy. The rejection from Suits cast members has damaged her public image. The media sees her attempts to rejoin Suits as desperate. This narrative paints Meghan as struggling in the entertainment industry. Despite her fame, she faces intense scrutiny. Her strained relationships with former castmates add to the perception of her difficulty in maintaining connections. To improve her public image, Meghan needs a more thoughtful approach to media and public relations.